We've dealt with no all our lives. It's one of the binary transactions that us as human beings, or human beings in the Western world, or human beings in the Western world who go out and seek a better future or a better opportunity for us, ourselves, entrepreneurs, you can say, have dealt with all our lives. We learn at an early age how we initially deal with that. Are we the type of person that deals with no, like, okay, well, no just means you haven't given me a yes yet. That's defined in our personality early on.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that's who we are. Okay?
Yeah.
We can modify that. We can change that. There's plenty of us who grew up shy and no meant no. That was it. Mom, can I have ice cream? No. Dad, can I go to the park? No. And you know what? That's the way it was. And then as we got older, we realized, you know what? There's no such thing as a real no, especially when it comes to a business. No pretty much means that's an opportunity for you to change someone's mind. But my frame of reference, my mentality when it comes to no's have changed. So I might hear no in business, but well, let me rephrase that. Someone might tell me no, but what I'm really hearing is give me a reason for me to say yes. You have to have a certain certainty about what you want to accomplish. And that's not necessarily being egotistical or arrogant about what you're trying to achieve, but it's having a certain certainty, like, I know what I want. I know what I want to achieve, and I believe I know how to get there. I might not be exactly right on what that path is, but I'm willing to go down many different paths. And if I stay focused and I keep my eyes on what I'm trying to accomplish, I'll eventually find the right one. Brushing it off, I mean, it depends on the type of no. You know, maybe there's a no from someone who, you know, you need for them to hire you and they don't think you're right for the job. Well, maybe they're just not looking at it from your perspective. Maybe they just don't fully understand what you have to offer. So you don't see it as a no. You see it as, well, they're not fully informed, so they're making a decision based on the information they have, and I can respect that. And you can extrapolate that to many, many different types of no. This person doesn't have the information they need, or I haven't made a big enough impression on this person, or I haven't done the work I need to do yet to earn the yes. I think every time you get a no in a situation that has stakes that you expected a yes, the first bit of analysis you need to do isn't on why, you know, you didn't get the yes you were going for, but what you could have done better in order to achieve that yes. Is there anything I could have done better that could have created a yes in lieu of that no? And as long as you go through all that, go through that process, and then if you can honestly come to the point where you tell yourself, I did everything I need to do, and I'm going to continue, but I'm not going to stop improving. But everything I could at this point in my career to achieve that yes, and I still didn't achieve it. Well, maybe it's something that's outside of my control. Right. So going forward, the only thing I can do is get better and get more proficient with the things that are in my control. There's no phoning in it as an entrepreneur. There needs to be, in my experience, 100% accountability. To be perfectly honest with you, the most powerful no's aren't the ones that people have given to me. Sure, there's been, I'm sure, some that are significant, and if I thought hard enough, I get to be, oh yeah, at that point in my life, I was told no, and it hurt my feelings. Does it bother me anymore? Not at all. Why? Because of what I touched on before. I figured out why I was given that no, what I can do to try to avoid that type of no again and move on. If I was to sit there and overanalyze and actualize and internalize and try to visualize some way to avoid that no again, I would have frozen with fear and second guessing. No. Yeah. Take that moment. Be honest with yourself. Is it you or is it them? If it's you, figure out what you have to do to fix it. If it's them, move on. Not everyone's going to be an ally. Not everyone's going to be a consumer. Not everyone's going to be a customer. Any value that I lost is negligible to what I have gained by standing up for myself and being available for the bigger opportunities rather than valuing my product less and taking the smaller things along the way, taking anything I could get my hand on. No, that's not the way it is. It's not the way you become successful. Be humble. And I'm not talking about the lack of humility that comes from like success and you're doing well and you wake up one day and you can buy that little thing you want or that trinket you want and you have the opportunity to show off to all the people that have seen you struggle or and make your way that, hey, I'm finally doing well. I think in order to achieve great things, you have to have a bit of almost arrogance with it. You have to believe. When there's nothing there, when the landscape is barren, when you're sitting in the middle of a desert, you have to believe that if I just take a few more steps, I'm going to find a tree. Even though you're in the middle of a desert and we know there's no tree there, but you have to find a reason to continue to take those steps. And sometimes that creates a mentality that can come off as a lack of humility. And sometimes that's what it is. You're continually banging your head into a wall. You have to find a reason to do that every day. As confident as you are, make sure that you have huge vials of humility that you can knock back and suck down and drink and ingest and be wise enough to take in other people's wisdom, to continue learning and stuff like that. Because one thing you learn as you start to become more successful is how much you don't know. Because people are finally taking a moment to tell you,
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know, right?
Right. But the best thing you can do is at least start to know what you don't know. Known unknowns are better than unknown unknowns.